Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Taika Waititi is a jack of all trades, winning an Oscar for his film Jojo Rabbit, to producing multiple television series, and now he's back with his second Thor outing for Marvel. Thor: Love and Thunder is the best Thor movie to date, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Chris Hemsworth is once again back as Thor, God of Thunder, and the movie kicks off with a little catch-up as to what Thor's been up to since Avengers Endgame. He's been working closely with the Guardians of the Galaxy and getting back into his godlike shape. Now, he receives word that Gorr, the God Butcher, played by Christian Bale, renounces the gods and sets out to kill every last one of them after the death of his daughter. Thor arrives back in New Asgard with his buddy Korg, who is voiced by Taika Waititi, to find his old friend Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson, and his ex, Jane Foster, played by Natalie Portman, battling the God Butcher's shadow monsters. It's a double take for Thor, seeing Jane wielding his hammer as the mighty Thor. Taika Waititi really has a unique sense of humor and style, as we witnessed with how different Thor Ragnarok was from the first two Thor movies. Now, here he feels even more sure of himself as a writer and director, with the vision that he has for Thor: Love and Thunder. It's this eye-popping explosion with bright and flashy color palette, while really contrasting the darker, sinister elements that come with the God Butcher. He toggles back and forth between this really creating a innovative visual moments that I just haven't seen in a Marvel movie before. Now, two notable scenes come with the meeting of the gods at the Golden Palace, and then the final climax shown in black and white with flashes of color added in. Now, it plays really well in IMAX if you have one of those theaters near you. Now, much like we saw with James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy movies, Waititi adds in plenty of humor to the film, never missing a comedy beat, from the physical comedy to character stare-downs to Jane's need for a catchphrase. And there's also the quarreling exes banter between Thor and Jane. It's quite clear that Chris Hemsworth is still having a blast playing Thor, and has really allowed this character to evolve over the course of the 11 years since he made his Marvel debut. We get to see the paternal and mentor side of Thor in this one, and Hemsworth is aided by the always reliable Natalie Portman and Tessa Thompson. Christian Bale makes for one of the creepiest and scariest Marvel villains to date, and Russell Crowe pops up for one scene, and you've never seen him like this before. Taika Waititi throws a lot out at the audience, from screaming goats to an eclectic soundtrack to Chris Hemsworth's butt. But it never felt like he actually lost control over the story and his execution of it. Now, it may feel glossy and silly, but he doesn't shy away from the emotional threads of this movie, as he really questions the role that we have with faith and the belief in a higher power when tragedy strikes. All of this while Jane is actually harboring a secret that will forever affect her and Thor. Taika Waititi has a really specific voice that some may not get on board with, but it's a massively entertaining movie and a classic Thor adventure. I'm giving Thor: Love and Thunder 4 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel, guys, to the movie reviews, as well as some big celebrity interviews, including Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things. You definitely want to check out that interview. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip. And then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more Marvel content, reviews of all of the Marvel movies, the TV shows. You'll definitely want to check those out. Thank you again for watching my review of Thor: Love and Thunder. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.